Hey guys, what's going on? Paul here, and it's been a while since I've done my last live stream, so I had planned to do a video today to talk about how boring the markets have been lately and how I think people should, as a non-financial advisor, people should keep holding their currency, or else it could be the biggest mistake they ever make in a year or 2 years time. Look, no guarantees, that's my personal opinion. I am still very bullish. As we had the big crash yesterday, I suppose I can't just stick to the markets being boring. We will have to look at it and see some of the reasons. Look, everyone's guessing. There's multiple reasons going around why this all happened. I'm going to give you a few of them that I think could have contributed to it. I don't think there's any one reason why, but we'll jump into it anyway. So look, as you can see, there is red everywhere. It was double-digit red there a while ago. Bitcoin has pulled up a small bit from this morning. You can see the chart here, the daily, it is pulling back up. When you look at coin market cap, what we have here is Bitcoin dominance is nearly up at 55%. The market cap is way down. It was up above 230 billion. There's a big chunk gone off it since yesterday. We are red all over. I don't know if there's any nearly that are positive. There's a few greens against Bitcoin. So if you had these coins today, then it is not such a bad day for you. There's actually quite a few greens. I didn't expect so many to be green, but then there are lots of them. Bitcoin Diamond taking a big plunge after having a very big pump in the last day or two. But look, where are we? Let's go back to the chart. So, first reason that it could have been, well, the one that we could look at is CNBC. Every single time CNBC goes bullish on Bitcoin, we seem to go backwards. And every time they go negative on it, then Bitcoin seems to make a bull run. So we just need more negative comments and everything from CNBC, because these guys seem to get it wrong every time. There's a video out there that a guy put together where he took every tweet that they have done on Bitcoin and mapped it onto a chart, and it nearly correlates exactly every time to, they put a bullish tweet, then Bitcoin takes a dive. They put something negative and Bitcoin seems to go up. So complete coincidence probably, but it's very funny to have a look at anyway. So look, first one, we have this downtrend line that I have here the last few weeks, and it is from back in January. You can see we've come up a few times to test it and never got through. And then yesterday we came up, well, 2 days ago we came right up to test it and came back a bit, and then the same yesterday, and it is rejected way down. But look, this is not your normal rejection off a resistance line. There is a lot more to it than that, and as I've said before, you can never fully take technical analysis as your only guide when it comes to Bitcoin, because there is so much that goes on outside of the charts. You need to take it all into consideration, and we'll jump into some of them points now. But if you are looking at technical analysis, then it was fairly on point for this, considering this line was put in a few weeks ago. I didn't trade off it myself, but it's there anyway. You can see the blue line was where I wanted to see us cross, because that's where we tried to pull back before and came down. We did go through it, but we have shot right down through it now. So look, no predictions. We're just going to have to wait and see what happens in the next few days. And anyone doing technical analysis, look, anyone can look like an expert. Anyone who has a decent understanding of technical analysis can make themselves look fairly knowledgeable or even an expert when they're on the chart, because you can draw all sorts of lines that make it look like you know what you're talking about, and not everyone who draws them has an idea what they're at. Some people are only in a few weeks and they think, yeah, you can draw a few lines here and there, and then this is you predicting the markets. Just take it with a grain of salt. So one of the big reasons here, someone opened a short. There's actually something before this. Where's the one on Goldman Sachs? I think I closed that one actually. So Goldman Sachs said that they are closing off their desk. They were looking at opening a desk for cryptocurrencies, and they've decided not to do that, but they are looking into other options. They're not closing off cryptocurrency completely, but they are looking into other options. So is that really bad that Goldman Sachs aren't getting involved right now? I don't think so, and it's definitely not enough to drop the market like the market went down. One thing that you can look at here is someone actually took out a short for $74 million right before the Goldman Sachs information came out. Is there manipulation? Is there insider trading? Whatever you want to call it here. Probably someone knew something and it all came tumbling down. This could also be related to another one as well. So a few days ago here, there was nearly 1 billion of Bitcoin moved from a suspected Silk Road wallet. So the wallet hadn't been touched since March 2014, and all of a sudden there was big chunks starting to be moved a few days ago. There are some good articles on it that trace it right through everything. I will put links to them down below. There's 2 Reddit posts here that trace all the movements where they're breaking it down into smaller amounts and probably sending to exchanges. So potentially if a big majority of this was sent to exchanges and then sold on market orders, this could be a good reason why the market took such a big dump here. But again, it's speculation. Nobody knows for sure. If you start reading through this, there's other suggestions that potentially... Okay, so one, it was the DPR, Dread Pirate Roberts, Silk Road, Dread Pirate Roberts is meant to be in jail at the minute. There was all the suspicions that there was multiple people using that account. So potentially it's one of them as well. There was talk, where is here? Mt. Gox was another one that they talked about here. Is this some of the money that went missing from Mt. Gox? So when you have things like this happening, you're going to have all sorts of accusations, all sorts of fairy tales around it as well. No one knows for sure what it is yet. It does look like a Silk Road wallet. If you start reading all of the comments and stuff, then there's an argument that it could be something from Mt. Gox as well, but we don't really know. I'll put links to both of them articles down below. So this one, I don't think it's true, but I'll include it anyway. So people saying that the dip was a manipulation caused by algorithms and Cointelegraph, so meaning algorithmic traders, so bots that are trading the markets for people. They're saying that the bots picked up the headline from Coinbase here that said, this came out in the middle of the night, people giving out about Cointelegraph, where it says that the Abra CEO says the SEC denies Bitcoin ETFs. So they're saying that the bots picked up on this and sold a load of Bitcoin right at the time that this came out. Is that true? I don't think that's really enough for people to risk so much Bitcoin. If it did and they sold right at that time, then the bot worked very well for them this time. But it wasn't saying that there's a new ETF being denied or anything like that. It was just a general article saying that they're being denied because they don't fit the industry right now. So again, it's a meaningless article really when you go through it. There's not a whole lot to it. Yes, there's another ETF decision coming up the end of September. That is a while away, I think 3 weeks away from now. So we just sit and wait and see. BACT is coming into the market as well. So there is some good things coming. Looking at Ethereum. So again, we look at Ethereum lately. If you're holding Ethereum, it is just not nice to look at the markets. Ethereum is crashing. Yes, I still own some Ethereum. Have been holding out. Sorry I didn't sell it off now because my outlook on Ethereum is not all that positive. We see with all the ICOs that are just selling off now that they're just trying to get anything back from the capital that they can. So we see here there was 200,000 Ethereum sold at the market value and Ethereum took a huge drop. This was just before the Bitcoin one as well. Not nice looking for Ethereum, and I don't know whether we're going to see Ethereum fly back up or not. I'm still holding the Ethereum I have because I don't want to sell it off now at such a low price and then see it shoot back up. Look, there is good technology there, but unfortunately, with so many ICOs holding big chunks of Ethereum, there is always going to be the chance of big dumps like this. So again, we just sit and wait and see what happens. So let's get into a few bits of positivity before we wrap this up, and if there's any questions, leave them down below. So Bitcoin, this day last year in 2007, the 6th of September, Bitcoin price was $3,635. So even looking at that, it is still up 77%. Now, Bitcoin started to go on its run in kind of October. It started to gain momentum and started to go up. Started to come up here, and then it was really November time it really took off. So again, if we're still looking at these prices that we're at right now come October, November time, then we won't be able to look back and say, well, we're still up X amount on last year. But for now, we are still way ahead of where it was last year. So in the grander scheme, and it's where you need to be if you are investing in Bitcoin or getting involved in any cryptocurrencies, is take a step back. Look at the bigger picture. Don't just look at, damn, we're way down here. You need to come back and look at the bigger picture. Even not even looking at this picture here. Look back here and see where we're going. So overall, Bitcoin is still well up year on year. So look longer term. Don't just keep looking short term. Bitcoin did actually hit an all-time high yesterday in Iran, where they said the crypto mining would be accepted as an industry by the Iranian authorities. And Bitcoin went to, was it $24,000 in Iran? Where is it? It doesn't actually give the number there, but if you do a search on it, you will see that Bitcoin hit $24,000 in Iran. I would say it was very short-lived, but again, it's positive. It's good to see positive news in all this downtrend as well. Another one that just came out there a while ago, 3 hours ago, Coinbase is exploring a Bitcoin ETF, and it is sought help from $6 trillion Wall Street giant BlackRock. So again, I haven't read fully into this, just seen it before going live, and I wanted to include a few positive things. Look, not everyone considers the ETF being positive, but for me, anything that brings funds into cryptocurrency, brings more awareness to cryptocurrency, it is all good in my opinion. So look, I don't think that many people will have got on today, as I haven't been doing regular live streams. I really do need to get back to them, but as I said, the markets have just been boring, to be honest. Not a whole lot happening, so I will try and do more videos, and I'm still replying to any messages or telegrams or anything like that I get, emails or that. I'm still replying to everyone, still answering questions anywhere I can, so keep sending them in and I will get back to everyone that does. That's it for me. Let me know in the comments as well what kind of content you want to see, because look, realistically, there's no point to keep going back looking at charts right now, because we're not going to be able to say a whole lot, and there's enough people just talking about the actual price, where it's going, where it's not going, and in reality, nobody really knows where the price is going, because yesterday people were saying, oh yeah, we're getting a nice little channel here going up, and then all of a sudden everyone's talking about the downtrend line, where 2 days ago, even yesterday early, they were talking about this nice uptrend, and people are changing because they don't really know what's going on. They didn't know that Goldman Sachs was going to come out and say they're not having their desk. They couldn't have predicted the movement of the Bitcoin, huge amounts of it, the big shorts. There's so much goes on. So look, price predictions, we can make them, but no one really knows where it's going to go. Long term, I am still very bullish on Bitcoin. I am holding on to my Bitcoin and my cryptocurrencies. And as you can see from the market dominance, more and more people are coming back into the safety of Bitcoin, because in these kind of markets, a lot of the altcoins just get destroyed. Yes, I'm still holding the altcoins that I had before, but personally, my portfolio is 70%, just over 70%, especially with this going up now, is in Bitcoin, and the rest is in altcoins that I think have potential long term. That's it for me, guys. Give the video a like if you got some value from it. If this is the first of mine you've seen, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Let me know in the comments what you think, and I will talk to you guys soon. Thanks for watching, guys.